Hi, this is Carlene, and I'm going to be doing a short tutorial to just introduce you to our library website and how you can access some of our databases from it. So the first thing you want to do is go to the campus home page, which is www.sunyjefferson.edu. From here, you're going to go over to the menu at the top. From academics, you're going to scroll down to library. The next step will be to come over here to the list of links on the left, and we're going to click on Articles and JCC Databases. Now this takes you to a list. We've tried to group all of our databases into groups according to what subject area they focus on. Since you guys are doing science, we're going to come under Sciences and click on Science and Technology. Now keep in mind there are all kinds of other databases that you can use for your research in Bio 105 too, but this is just where I would suggest that you do go, since these do focus on science topics. But keep in mind that some of these are actually computer technology, computer science databases, so you kind of want to make sure that you read the descriptions underneath so you know what is actually in the database. So for example, this one down here, Environment Complete, this would be one that I think would be useful for this particular class. So we're going to click on the link, and notice that when I clicked on it, it took me directly into the database. For you guys, since you're off campus, or most of you guys are going to be off campus, when you click on the link, it will bring you to a login page first, and you'll be asked to type in your username and password, which is the same one that you used to get into your Blackboard class. So exact same one will get you into the databases. But once you're logged in, you will get to a page that looks like this, with a single search box right up here. So what you want to do now is you want to kind of start to strategize and think about what it is that you're looking for. Most of the time when we use databases, we have some sort of a research question in mind. And I'm going to pretend that my research question today is going to be about cell phones and how they affect the environment. So the next thing you want to do is to try to take that research question and then pull out some of the main concepts that you can use as keywords. So you don't ever want to type in like the entire research question into the search box, because that's not really going to get you anything. That's something that you could probably do in Google, but you can't really do that in library databases. It's just not the way that they're set up. So you have to be a little more strategic about what you type in. And you'll learn that the better your keywords are, the better results you will get. So for example, I'm going to start with typing in cell phones, and then environmental impact. Okay, so I typed that in, I hit search, and what it basically did, the database looked through all of its records and tried to find any of them that had the words environmental, impact, or cell phones in it. So you can kind of see in the list of results here, everything that sort of has these bolds, that's where it's picking up some of those keywords that we typed in. So the next step will be to look at your list of results and to try to determine whether there's anything good or useful for you to use here. And it looks like we did pretty good with this search. The first one on the list actually looks like it sort of focuses on what I'm interested in: determination of invisible environmental pollution due to cell phones, EMF, radiation, and projections. So we'll click on that. When you click on the title, it actually brings you to another page where you'll find the actual record. So this is a record for an article. It's got all kinds of information in it. The abstract down here will tell you what the article is about. You have your basic information about where it was published, its title, and who the authors are. Records will also contain something that are called subject terms, and these are really useful for various different things. But one of the things that I tend to use them for is to help me to develop other keywords, because let's say I've decided that this article does focus on what I'm looking for. So if I read through the list of subject terms, which are essentially created to try to describe what the article is about, then I may actually find another keyword that I want to use instead. In this case, maybe I want to try the word pollution. So for instance, in our search we did cell phones and environmental impact. Then maybe what we want to do is actually change environmental impact and put in the word pollution and see if you can come up with something different. Over here on the right, what you have is options for saving, emailing, printing the article. If you email it to yourself or save it to a flash drive, then it will actually save the attachment along with the record. And then over here on the left is where you'll find the actual link to the full text article. So you click on that and here you go. Okay, I've gone back to our list of results, and there was a few things I wanted to show you on this page that would actually help you to kind of refine the list that you have. One of the things you'll notice is that the databases will not always have the entire text of an article for you to read right there. The first example I showed you, it did, and you'll know that it does have the full text because it's just listed right underneath here where it says PDF full text in this example. Sometimes it'll say HTML full text, but it'll be full text nonetheless. But the example below that does not have the full text article available. And just so you know that there are ways that you can get an article that isn't available in a database by using a service we have called Interlibrary Loan. But I'll describe how to do that in a different tutorial. For today, I'm just going to show you how you can eliminate articles or records like this, the ones that don't have the full text. And you can do that by coming over here, just right underneath where it says Limit To. Just click on Full Text, and then when you have that check mark in the full text, then it will redo the search and it will only bring up the articles in the list that had the full text available. And that's what we have here. Another thing that you can do is you can refine your list even more so it only includes articles that were published during a specific time period, which can be important for science topics, because you do usually want to make sure that you're accessing recent research. You know, don't use something that's like 20 years old. You want to access or use research that was recently published. So to do that, you would just come over to this little scroll bar and move it up and down. I'm going to say that I want only articles published between 2010 and 2014. Okay, so it redoes our list again. And that is how to use or do a basic search in one of our databases.